Hi guys, this is Kelly with Offbeat Yoga, and today we're going to do a video centered on neck release. And since the neck is highly related to the upper back and shoulder area, we're also going to focus on those areas as well to release any tension in the neck. So we're going to start off with just a comfortable seated position and do some light neck stretching. So I'm going to take the right hand and bring it across your chest over to your left shoulder and just hold that left shoulder down. And gently bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. And just create space along your left side of your neck. Tilt your chin down to look at your right shoulder when you're ready. Stretching the back of the neck. And then slowly tilt your chin upward, keeping the right ear to the right shoulder. Stretching the sternocleidomastoid, longest muscle in your neck, and slowly release. Bring it over to your left side. Hold down your right shoulder. And just feel a stretch along your right side of your neck again. And slowly tilt your chin down to look at your armpits. Stretching the back of the neck. And tilt your chin upward. And keep breathing into that stretch and slowly let it go. And when you're ready, we just take the hands out in line with the shoulders. Start to stretch the hands back as far as you can and press your chest forward. Maybe add a little bit of a pulsation just to open out your shoulders and your chest a little bit. My dog just ran across the floor right there, so that's why I was laughing. And now we're going to bring our hands to cross in front of each other. So inhale, open out the chest. Exhale, cross one arm over the other. Inhale, open. And exhale, opposite hand crosses in front. Inhale, open. And exhale, cross opposite arm in front. This is another deep breath in and slowly round. This time, take your right elbow underneath your left. Lift your elbows into Garudasana and then bring them into our chest. Just a couple of rounds, lifting elbows up, and exhale, bring them down to your chest. Inhale, lifting elbows. Exhale, bringing into your chest, rounding the shoulders. Inhale, arms out to the sides and opposite, elbow underneath, left under right. Cross the midline, grab as high as you can with your hands and lower down to your chest. Inhale, lift the elbows high. And exhale, slowly bring them into your chest. Good. And when you're ready, release your hands behind your back. Lift your chest to the sky. You can drop your head back. And we'll bring our hands forward again, cross and hook your thumbs. You want to feel as though you're pulling your shoulders and your hands away from each other, but they're not going anywhere because your thumbs are hooked. So try to keep pulling and pushing your hands away from each other as you inhale to lift. And exhale, round forward, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, round it forward. And cross the opposite thumb on top, pull the palms apart from each other and roll it back. Inhale, lift biceps to ears. Exhale, round forward. Keep that tension between your thumbs. Good, and on your next exhale, release, hands back behind, open the chest again, heart to the ceiling, deep breath. All right, so let's go ahead and come into a tabletop position on our hands and knees. We're going to take the block in front of us and I'm going to set the backs of the elbows onto the block. So you want to be resting both elbows down, and then your head is going to go to the edge of the block, right where your hairline is, and just drop your chest down so you're stretching your shoulders. Now, if that's uncomfortable, here's another option. You can use a bolster and bring, or a pillow if you have like a huge pillow, fluffy pillow, and you can bring both elbows down onto the support and let your head just rest onto the edge. And just letting your chest start to melt down. You can feel the shoulders kind of sliding up your back and stretching the small muscles inside of the shoulders. And just allow your chest to continue to sink. You can lift your tailbone towards the sky to get more stretch, maybe walking the knees back a little bit. And just melting down into the stretch and taking a couple of deep breaths into the upper back, into the sides of the body, the ribs. And you can start to even stretch your arms out here, reaching as far out in front of you as you can. And then slowly slide yourself back up. I'm just going to take a couple of shrugs, so pushing down into the shoulders and then shrugging them back up to your ears. Try to isolate the shoulder movement here, so just pushing down and then shrugging the shoulders up and back. Pushing down and shrugging up and back towards your ears. Pushing down, shoulder blades part, and then they come back together. And just a couple more times, just circling, shrugging out the shoulders. Use the bolster underneath our chest and part of our belly to stretch into the backs of the shoulders and the upper back. So I'm going to slide the right arm in front and then make an X and cross the left arm in front of the right. And you're going to start to feel it in your rear delts along the backs of the shoulders and the rhomboids along the upper back. You can kind of scoot yourself around, maybe higher or lower on your bolster or on your pillows. And just make yourself comfortable to allow those muscles to relax. So you can take your left cheek onto your bicep, just kind of let your body hang over top of the bolster pillow there. And just start to feel your belly press against that bolster to feel a compression. Really good for the digestive system as well. This pose is really nice for upper back knots, especially when we get that neck tension. It's often a sign of upper back tension as well. So go ahead and start to come up, and we're going to cross now the right arm in front of the left. Again, just make that X shape. Let your body fall down the center. And start to just breathe into that upper back space, into the ribs, just feeling the back widen out. Just holding here for a few more breaths. And on your next inhale, slowly rise up. You can set the bolster or the pillow aside. And you're going to come into a downward dog position. So tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. And maybe start to just walk out the legs, bend one knee at a time. Shake out your head, make sure there's no tension around your neck. Making the upper back expansive in this pose. Slowly walk the feet up to meet your hands, making a forward fold at the top of the mat. Soft bend in the knees. Hands are going to come back behind your lower back to interlace, and then reach your arms as far over your head as you can to stretch the shoulders. Again, maybe you want to let your head go, shake it out yes and no. You're going to move a little bit side to side, feel free. And then release your hands onto the back of your head, right where your hairline is. And just pull your head towards your knees. Just a gentle pull. Roll yourself up on your next inhale. Good, hands come back behind the head and start to open the chest out, bringing the elbows out of your line of sight as you open your upper back. Opening, lengthening out the chest towards the sky. And relax. Hands interlace behind the back. Pull the chest open, heart forward, and exhale, tilt the hips back, let the chest fall into the thighs, and again, sweeping the arms overhead. Good. And release, hands to the back of the head, just a nice gentle pull, and slowly roll up. Just opening the chest out at the top, and then come back to center, fold down into your legs. The soft bend in the knees, and then step the feet back into downward dog, pressing the chest back to the thighs again. Another breath in, let go of the head, and exhale, slowly lower the knees, coming down to each elbow. Elbows underneath the shoulders, and then walk the legs out nice and long. Coming into Sphinx pose. Elbows are underneath the shoulders, and the chest is lifted up and forward. Relax your legs, relax your glutes and your thighs. And we're just gonna look over the right and over the left. And again, look all the way over your right shoulder and all the way over the left shoulder. Just stretching each side of the neck to the right and to the left. Push your hands into the floor. Start to lift your elbows up off the ground, bringing your chest up. And then exhale, release out of that back bend. Bring the hands back by the hips. Let the head rest, cheek to the mat. And just turning the head, opposite cheek into the mat. Another couple breaths in and out here, just releasing. And then push into the floor, start to sit the weight back into the hips, round the spine, arch the back, and come all the way back into sway belly, cat and cow. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, rolling forward, belly sway. Exhale, rounding, pushing into the finger pads, and inhale, rolling heart. Good, go ahead and come over onto your seat, and we're just gonna come to the center of the mat and start to roll ourselves back. So just go ahead and come on back, real slow onto your back body, and I'm just gonna open the arms out into cactus. So bending the elbows at 90 degrees, chest stays open towards the ceiling. And cross the right arm in top of the left. And you're just gonna roll the upper back out. So plant the feet to the floor and just roll yourself from side to side, pulling your shoulder blades apart. And you can be able to feel the knots in the back if you have any there too. Cross the opposite arm in front. And again, we're just picking the shoulders up a bit, creating space between the shoulder blades and rocking a little bit from side to side. You can even pick up your hips and put a little more pressure on the upper back. Slowly release the arms back to cactus. And you're gonna place the hands behind the head now, right on the back of the hairline. And just hold the head heavy in your hands. Again, all of your head is supported by your hands. You're going to slowly just imagine pulling your back of your neck down to the floor. So vertebrae by vertebrae, just pushing the back of the neck into the floor. And you're going to start to feel this stretch on the back of the neck. It's kind of like you're giving yourself a double chin, but it feels really good for the back of the neck, especially if you have forward head position, if you're looking at a screen all day. Trying to push that chin into the back of the throat. Good. Another couple breaths. And slowly come back up. We're going to take our bolster or a pillow and the block or a book or something underneath your head. So the bolster is going to go right under the curve of your back. And then the arms are going to split on top of the pillow or the bolster, and your head is going to be resting onto the block. So you're opening your chest in this reclining fish pose. And you can just let go, take a couple of breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just try to relax the muscles of the chest and the shoulders, allowing them to splay out. Nice and wide, arms completely relaxed. And start to stretch your arms out a little bit overhead when you're ready to come up. Roll to the side and find a comfortable position to sit. Thank you guys so much for joining me. and leave comments below if you tried the video and how you liked it.